Hello YouTube, B3 back another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over another little villain from the Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Action Hero Series line. It is Villain Game Face. Yes, I remember this villain quite well from the Sentai. Zuden Sentai Kyryuger, Super Sentai, great show. I don't know what he's like in Power Rangers because I haven't watched Super Dino Charge yet. But I remember the episode in Zuden Sentai Kyryuger was absolutely outrageous. He trained paramonsters, which are Viveks in Dino Charge and stuff, to like play basketball and fight the Rangers, and they had a basketball match. It was crazy. It was a weird little arc. But I love that show. I'll probably rewatch it at some point. Zuden Sentai Kyryuger, great show. Yeah, but here we have my boy, my homie, my guy, Game Face. I will probably accidentally call him Sportsmaster at some point in this review. The DC Comics villain, just for no reason. But yeah, he's an alright little figure. I got him because I want to get all the villains in this line, and because I remember him from the Sentai. But the figure itself is not terribly great. He's missing out, like, the paint could be way better. I understand this is just a little cheap figure, but the paint could be way better because, like, all these are supposed to have different colors and stuff. His little weapon sticking out of his back there. It's supposed to be a lot more paint on the torso area where the helmet is, a lot more paint on the arms. I mean, he's very plain. He's very, very plain. If you want to take a gander at him. I like his head. His head's done very well. Got those eyes sculpted on there, fully painted. All new sculpt, obviously. And you got the fencing masks, big old boots. Big old sports boots. You already seen the front a good bit. He's got a little butt tattoo there. Legal stuff. I mean, whatever. You know, cheap little figure. He's got some weight to him for one of these. He's kind of thick. And that's solid plastic. I mean, that's nice. But articulation also leaves something to be desired. Forward and back on the arms. That's it. Nothing else. There's no rotation here on the arms. There's no elbow bend. Nothing on the arms. Nothing on the waist. No ab. Nothing on the head. Nothing. The legs are the only decent articulation in the batch. You get in and out, which is normally better than this. It's hindered by the masks a little bit. Which is whatever, you know, this figure doesn't really need to have his legs out for any reason. So, you know, you got plenty of forward, kind of enough backward, and you got the knee bend, a pretty good knee bend, I think, you know, a nice right angle there. But no rotation or anything, nothing real fancy in the legs, just kind of the absolute basics. But yeah, not a lot articulation-wise. Being able to turn this head would have been cool. Maybe an elbow bend. And this guy also didn't come with a weapon or anything. Here, I'm going to give you the read-up for the back of the box. Game Face is the newly minted coach of the Viveks Army. He commands the Viveks to pitch, serve, and spike an onslaught of objects at the Rangers. His weapon of choice is his explosive bat. And he doesn't come with the bat. He doesn't come with the bat. He comes with hands to hold the bat, but he doesn't come with the bat. It's like when the Viveks didn't come with the Viveks weapon. The Viveks should have come with the Viveks weapon because on the package they used a picture of a Viveks holding the weapon. Why not give him the weapon? And then, with this guy, they highlight him with his weapon in a description, and then they don't give it to him. Why? I get, like, this guy's an all-new sculpt, and the cost of doing a brand-new sculpt is more expensive than, you know, re-releasing the Rangers with slightly different sculpting twice. Which they did, by the way. Which is actually fine. The whole reason they made the Dino Drive mode, by the way, is to sell toys, just so you know. But that's kind of how Tokusatsu works, because it's not cost-effective to do all this suitmation stuff. So the way they get all the money for the show, and, you know, to really make the show worth making, is the toy sales, which is why they have, like, a ton of different forms nowadays. I hope that enlightens someone. But yeah, you know, articulation's not great. The sculpt is pretty dope. I'll give him that. Despite the articulation, the sculpt actually looks pretty good. Could have been better paint, but once again, it is just a cheap toy. You can't expect too much in the realm of paint. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, he's exactly what I expected. I'm griping about him, but he's exactly what I expected. So yeah, now let's get into some size comparisons. Now, size comparisons are an area where Game Face seems to do much better. Here he is with some of the other villains. Here we go on the left, the Dino Charge villain Sledge. He wasn't in the Sentai, but I still thought he was a cool villain in the American show, actually. I rather enjoyed Sledge. So I picked up his figure. And here on the right, Villain Ninja. Dumb name. I hope he has a better name in the show. Like with the Ice Age figure or whatever his name is, they called him Ice Monster. Dumb name. So yeah, hopefully Villain Ninja isn't his actual name, because that's really stupid. But yeah, this ninja came out alongside Game Face here, and I think they look good together. Next up, here's Game Face with some of his Ranger foes. Here on the left, the Dino SuperCharge Purple Ranger, and on the right, the Dino Charge Green Ranger. And here he's with some Megazords from his line. From the Dino SuperCharge show on the left, we have the Plesiocharge Megazord. Actually, the Plesiosaur might have been in Dino Charge, if I remember correctly, it was. But I don't think the figure is from that line. The figure, I'm positive, is from the SuperCharge line. And here on the right, from the Dino Charge line, reissued in the SuperCharge line, the Dino Charge Megazord. Awesome Megazord. One of my favorite Megazords, actually, even if it is, you know, only 3 of the Zords. Pretty cool. So he scales up well with these Zords in his own line, but the Build-A-Figure Collect and Connect Zords that you build with the Legacy Rangers, he will not scale with those. I would show him with one if I had one, but I have not finished building it yet. And lastly, let's show him with some Rangers from some other lines. You know, still Bandai America, still the same scale. Here on the left, the Legacy movie Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, White Ranger. The Legacy figures now are in the 6-inch scale, which I'm actually very happy about. They're the Power Ranger figures I've been wanting, because they're more affordable than figure arts. They're good size, great detail, cool articulation and accessories. You know, I've reviewed some of them, actually. But, yeah, he looks good with that, and he also looks good with Quantum Ranger over here from the Power Rangers Super Mega Force Legendary Action Hero series. So what are my final thoughts on Villain Game Face from the Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Action Hero line? Well, he's an alright little figure. I think having the character in the scale and everything is fine. His articulation's normal. You know what? It might even be a little better than whatever. Lockdown, lock him up, whatever the lock guy is. What's his name? Lockdown, I think. Something like that. Hard to remember. But this guy is a neat little figure. If you like this episode, if you like this character, or if you just want some villains for your Power Ranger collection, go ahead and pick him up, I'd say. He's about $10, maybe a little cheaper depending on where you get him. Online, he might go up in price. Lots of the villains did, so I don't know. But yes, thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. But that is it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.